Hello, welcome back to Drive Beyond Horizons. We are going to try this again. Um, Ever since the last update where they've added the weather and such, the game seems to be having some problems for me. It doesn't seem to be like it's an issue for everyone necessarily, but yeah, certain weather effects, especially like the fog, just destroy my game. I mean, I know it doesn't help that I'm playing and recording on the same machine at the same time, but that is the option I have for the moment, and I don't really have any problem with any other games, even more graphically intense games. So it must just be an optimization thing. So we're going to try again and see if we can find a car and see if we can get a game going that isn't going to completely implode itself. All right, what do we got here? Nope, don't need one of those. I'm not sure if this van could be any more rusty, but that's okay. I did not check the water, oil, or fuel before I left. I just threw some crap in the back and took off, so as you can see, I didn't even take the time to stop by the bathroom. We're just gonna roll out of here and see if we can get going, because unfortunately, I've spent hours playing and recording to get a whole lot of nothing. And while I do enjoy this game, it's difficult when I have to keep starting over because my save's getting messed up, or every time I load the game, it just loads in without a vehicle, or even if I go to a save and try and load in historical stuff, it does the same thing. And we're losing speed, which means we're probably overheating or low on oil. So we're going to roll up to the top of this hill, and I suppose I'll check my fluids. Yeah, because you can tell the performance drops considerably once it overheats. I know I really don't need to go to the top of the hill, but gotta have goals, right? And right now my goal is to play this game and have some fun and maybe make some good content. I would like to get a new vehicle and see what we're gonna do with it next. We've still got quite a few to finish. We've got to finish the flatbed, of course, the GTR, the Golf, the uh, the People Mover van. Um, I'll have to check and see if there is an achievement for the Lotta or not, because that since that's a starting car, I'm not too sure. But we'll check that. What do we got? That is a door for truck. Oh, we are cooking this thing. All right. All right. Let's cool you off. Come on, cool down. I know you're hot. What do you got? A liter of oil. That's definitely not helping. Motor overheating. Yes, it is. And we've got water and piss in there, but that's okay. What do we got? Petrol and piss. There's pee everywhere. Don't really need that right away, but don't know why I'm grabbing it. Okay. So one of these has oil in it, I suppose. Okay. It had opened itself. That's all right. So maybe now we can keep you from overheating at least until I can find a useful vehicle. Not that this isn't useful. This is definitely one of the most useful vehicles in the game so far, just as far as how well it drives and that it's got some capacity. So, my qualification for useful right now is just something to build that I haven't completed yet. All right, so let's keep on rolling. It would be cool if they plan on doing more than just a straight road. Like, I've heard this, compared very heavily to the long drive, which I haven't played. It became very popular while I was playing some other games, which I'm probably not going to bother uploading on here because I'm not really that good at them, and they're more of a competitive style game. Um, but yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I think it would be cool if they'd add some, I don't know, maybe some sort of side roads or forks where, you'll get to a point in the road and it'll fork off two different directions and you pick a direction and, kind of give you some options other than just being on one long road. Or maybe some different biomes would be cool. I've got some kind of cool ideas for survival games that I think would be really fun, but I'm not a game developer. I'm struggling enough making sure I have time to teach myself to do all this editing and recording and stuff. And it's a lot of fun so far. I'm really liking it. It would be pretty cool to do just editing as a sort of job, but I'm not that good. I don't know if I'll ever be that good. Obviously, it's not something I've got any training or went to school for. All right, what do we got up here? Really? Another Lotta. Okie dokie then. Um, I'm alright. What is that? No, that's just a trash bag. Alright. Let's just keep moving. Moving and talking. I would just skip all of this, but I have a feeling if I do like I normally do, or would do in the past, and just record the fun parts, I'll probably end up getting into a situation where I don't have anything to show anymore. Alright. Oh, hopefully that's not fog. I can feel the lag already. What do we got here? Golf, but I see almost no parts for it. I suppose I'll take a look. It's a car I'm least looking forward to doing, but there's nothing here for it really, and yeah, I want more than the bare minimum parts if I'm gonna have to drive that piece of crap. Alright, let's see what we got up here. We got something bright green. Is it another Golf? Or is that No, it's another Ada. Jeez. Maybe this is one of those games where I'm gonna have to save it and reload it. I have noticed sometimes that when you save and reload it, it seems like it tries to give you at least parts for the car you're driving. Not necessarily whole vehicles, but you might pull up to a tavern or something and there'll be, a pickup truck and a Mustang there, but you'll find parts for a van there also because that's what you're driving. At least that's what it seems like currently, but it's tough to say. Okay, so far the fog's not too bad. We got a little bit of fog and rain. I have a feeling the lag from the fog might be a combination of the fog and the lighting because it usually seems to happen during dusk and dawn when the sun's rising and setting, and the lighting's got a lot of really sharp angular shadows everywhere. And nice, we're getting some puddles on the road. I wonder if that affects drive. I wonder if that affects your driving at all, as far as handling and steering. It's definitely making it more difficult for me to see if there are any stops coming up, though. And I'm probably getting quite wet and cold without a windshield or doors. But Sometimes you just got to make do with what you got. All right, come on. We've almost hit the 10-kilometer mark again. If we get up to 10 kilometers without finding anything, I'll reload and not start over reload, but just load my save, and hopefully it'll load with my car here. We got some serious gloomy sunset going on here, which means it will be dark soon. And dark is now scary with lighting the way it is. It is quite difficult to see. Fortunately, I was smart enough and actually grabbed the flashlight from home this time. So, what do we got there? Truck. Already completed that, unfortunately. And we are at 10 kilometers, so let's just park this here. All right, we are back. Still foggy and raining. Still sunset. Got our end kind of where it was, so it seems like the save should be fairly close. We're at 7.94, so we lost about 2 kilometers. That's all right. The whole purpose of this was just to kind of reload the save and see if I can get a refresh on what it's given me. I obviously don't need van parts, but I would like something other than a Lada, because that's a starting vehicle. Although I wonder how many people actually go through the trouble of completing that. Maybe we should do that one. That would be kind of interesting. Although I would, it'd be tough because I can start with it. So, and if I start with it, obviously I'm going to start with quite a few parts, and that's kind of feels like cheating. So, I think we will find one naturally and get the achievement for it that way. Man, this foggy rain is sure making for some cinematic gameplay. Be nice if the sun visors worked. You know, you drop them down and it just reduces the glare or brightness a bit. Because this is supposed to be sunset, which means the sun should be behind me right now. And I feel like I am driving into the white light when I am in first person, but strangely enough, I go back into third and it's fine. What do we got there? Triclops. Already got it. I have a feeling it has to just do with some sort of automatic white balancing or something, since the inside of the truck is so dark. If I look at it, it gets lighter. If I zoom, it gets darker, lighter, darker, lighter. Oh, and my van has no headlights. Or they're just... No, it just has no headlights, alright. That's okay, we will just drive in the rainy, dark fog. We got some serious Silent Hill atmosphere going on here with this. Kinda digging it, though. Just need some creepy music to go with it. And that is the suffering you get because I have a piano next to me. Alright. We are getting close to dehydration here. We've been driving for a while. I haven't seen any stops, but it can be difficult to see things on the side of the road, so hopefully I'm not missing anything. And something I never really want to say at the beginning of an episode, because I feel like, you should at least watch some of it before you decide, but oh, here we gotta stop here. Yeah, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more, go ahead and think about giving me a sub. I plan on doing this pretty much regularly. I try and upload daily if possible. I don't always make it daily just because sometimes life is busy, but if I don't do daily, then I'll generally try and make it up by putting a couple extra in. We got a van here. Do we have a motor? No motor. How many parts? 17 parts. We got a couple pedals, you know? If we don't have the van, let's go ahead and take this. We'll transfer our stuff over from here. All right. Let's see. Just gonna get some water in me here before I die of dehydration. What do we got back here? Any parts? I see a couple parts. Let's take a quick peek around the back. Man, I'm not sure what's up with the sprinting animation when you holding a flashlight, but it is creepy. What do we got? Petrol. That is a door for this C15. Instrument cluster. I think that might be for the Pontiac. Let me around the fence. But maybe we can fit it in here anyways, just so we can see for a bit. Yeah, we'll just stick it right in the middle there. All right. Okay, so what do we got? There's a handbrake. Already got it. We got a flashlight, we'll call it. Ignition. Do we already have it? Yeah, man, that is ugly ignition. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this stuff over. We've got our. Now this is a. Is this a? Yeah, diesel engine. So we're gonna have to swap this over to diesel. Oh, hey, we've got a battery already. Nice. You got charge? You do. Excellent. Oh, you've even got some seats in the back already. Quite nice. And that's the ladder for the back door, which we don't have yet, but we'll just drop that in there. All right, let's see. What else do we need? We've got the OEM radiator. We've got a seat. We'll just move this one over here. And we'll just move that up there, just kind of keep the back a bit organized. No, I don't want to sit down. We got too much work to do, man. Ain't no time to sit down. No, not there. I want you. Can I not grab you from here? There we go. I want you. There we go. In that spot. Excellent. All right, let's grab some food and drinks and see if there's anything we need in here. Got some scrub brushes and or a scrub brush and some tires. You know, I would take that AK, but it takes almost an entire mag just to take out a couple zombies, so it doesn't really seem too useful for carrying. All right, we did go around back. Got all of that. Let's stick this stuff in here. A couple cans of petrol, which we will need. Oh, actually, is this petrol? I think this is, yeah, this is petrol. Okay, that's fine. When we get the OEM engine for this, we'll we'll dump this petrol back in here for now. 77-liter tank, that's not bad. About half of the big truck. All right, so steering wheel. Let's see. How many pedals are we missing? I think I saw one or two in here. We've got the gas pedal. Okay, there we go. So we're missing one pedal. That's cool. Those are usually pretty difficult to find. Do we have a shifter? Cannot tell. I'm too blind. So we are going to see if one will fit in here. If not, then we don't need it. Nope. All right, we've got our shifter too. Excellent. Let's grab our first aid kit. Never know when I'm going to get hurt. And then we want the rest of, oh, only 2 liters. Oh, wait. You know what? We can actually fill this up. So let's go ahead and dump the rest of that in there and top that radiator off. Then we'll just go around here. Try and line this up a bit as best we can and fill that up. All right, we got that filling up. Let's try and multitask a bit here. What do we got in here? Diesel. We will need this. And engine oil we will need. So right now we've just got a bunch of petrol in here that we need to empty out. How are we looking on engine oil? Let's go ahead and top that up. Man, we go through that so fast. With this higher difficulty setting, I have to worry about oil more than I have to worry about fuel, it seems. All right, what else? What else? What else? Tires. Unfortunately, we will have to take these for now, but that's okay. I do like the tires the van gets. It gets some nice kind of off-road tires. Oh, I suppose I need to grab a tire. All right, here we go. Let's pop these on real quick. And then we'll run back inside and see if they've got some x-ray goggles in there, because that is something I will need. Didn't see any, but I wasn't particularly looking for them either. No. Okay. Maybe the next stop then. I'll just clean this up a little bit. Oh, this isn't even the... No, it is. I can't tell. It's hard to tell. These seats are... Okay, what do we got? Okay, we've got full closed, full closed. All right, we'll close that down. Got everything we need out of here, I believe. All right. Let's what do we got? Petrol, engine oil, petrol. Let's see if I can get enough petrol in. Oh wait, it needs to be diesel. What am I thinking? I need to drain this out. Can I get it to drain by taking the wheels off? Nope. Too bad. Oh well. And we've got some diesel right here. Just get enough in here to get this running, and then we'll pull it around and see if we can fill it up at the pump. Dang it. No. Need to finish getting the petrol out. There we go. I'll let it pour out while I fill it. Oh, it looks like it doesn't when it's connected. Okay, so 6 liters. Alright, come on. There we go. Now we should be able to get the rest of this out of there. And we will just let this empty out. Alright. Yes, we are good. No, I do not want to drink. We got petrol. Okay, we got some diesel over here. Good. Oh, stand upright. Just enough to get it running and over there. Stick that there for now. Come on, baby, start. Oh, nice. Nice and quick. All right. Am I missing something? I've got pedals. Yeah. Yeah, I got all my pedals. Are you just stuck or something? What is going on? It's like this thing doesn't even want to move. Does this engine just not have enough power for it? Don't understand. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah. What is going on? What is this way? 538 kilos without the... Is it really? Is that really it? I might have to turn off the setting where vehicle weight affects performance until I can find an engine for this then. I really don't want to transfer everything back over to the... Yeah, it just does not want to... That tire does not want to fit on the hub, right? Yep, it just does not want to move. That is too bad. Alright, let me try just turn this off. I'll try toggling the setting real quick and see if that makes a difference, because I really don't want to start over again if I don't have to, and then once I find a motor that will actually move this thing, I will turn that back off. So I will see you in a minute. Alright, we are back. I have just turned off the setting where vehicle weight affects performance, so we'll see if we can move now. Come on. Yep. Okay, so that was it. Vehicle is too heavy for the engine. Totally understandable. So we are just going to go ahead and put that on the wrong side, I guess. Come on. Fine. Just go around on this side then. We're going to be that way. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, so definitely something to consider if you're planning on doing this is the weight of your vehicle versus your engine. If you're playing it on a higher difficulty setting or with that option toggled on, then it's definitely something to consider, because unfortunately that hell, let's just go fill it. Let's go ahead and fill it up. Who knows how long I'm going to be stuck driving on this engine. There we go. All right, let's get a roll on and hopefully find a better engine. It doesn't even have to be the OEM one. If I can find an engine that will move this, I'll toggle that setting back on, because I feel like, oh, looks like we're bringing a friend with us this time. Okay, come along, buddy. Everybody needs a spare fuel pump. And here we go. Sorry, C18. Oh, is it going to catch us? Maybe I should have just sat in that and blew the gas station up. Yep, this engine definitely... Oh, hey, there's a piece of fence racing us. This engine is definitely not going to work very long for this. Can't read the console from over here, so oh well. 81 parts, yeah. So this is one of the largest vehicles as far as parts count goes. So far this game seems to be running alright, even with the rain and stuff. Getting a little bit of frame rate drop here and there, but let's see, we got a fire pit up here. It'd be cool if there was a banner on the back with the OEM engine, or just some sort of other engine. No, no, that is the engine I don't want. Come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? It'd be nice if I'd stop finding pools also. I've never found anything useful at a pool other than food or drink if I really need it, but I've never seen a vehicle at one. Very rarely see any parts at them. Alright, come on. I want to at least find an engine to use in this for this run. Although we have been going for quite a while already. I feel like I might be pushing my luck because I haven't had a whole lot of lag yet. What do we got? 14 kilometers? Alright. Oh, sun's coming out. That's giving us a bit of lag. Alright, let's see what we got. Any stops anywhere? So another thing about the increased difficulty is it reduces the frequency of stops and also reduces the frequency of items being found at those stops. So fewer stops, fewer items. I suppose none of that really translates a whole lot to the recording since a lot of the boring stuff in travel is kind of cut out, but maybe I'll just subject anyone who's going to watch this to the torture of dealing with me talking constantly instead of cutting between stops. I've got a petrol station, and then it looks like a minefield and an outhouse up there, probably. So let's swing by here and see what we got. A Golf. That does not help unless it's got an engine laying here. Not seeing anything. Anything on the roof? No. I do, unfortunately, need to grab something to drink, though. Out of my way, garbage. Seems that turbos are quite a bit less common also now. I never used to find them all the time, everywhere. Now they are quite difficult to find, it seems. Not seeing anything here. Honestly, I don't know if the motor from that would help any anyways. Alright, we'll go ahead and head up here to the next stop. I am very tempted to just drive this onto the minefield. I'm having very poor luck with actually finding anything useful. Yes, of course. Of course it would save right now. Alright, so we will hit one more stop, see what we find, and probably call it there, because this episode's probably getting a little long in the tooth. I've done entirely too much talking, which means less cutting. But I guess that's okay. If you didn't want to listen to people talk, probably would just play the game yourself or something, I guess. Oh, look. Another Lada. Alright, well, luck has not been on our side since we found the van, but you know what? That's all part of the game. So we will keep on rolling. Okay, we got one more stop. We'll hit this one last stop down here, and then we'll call it. Alright, we've got another gas station. Looks like nothing. Oh, cheap motel, I guess. And nada. Alright, and we're getting foggy. Alright, so we've at least got a vehicle. We managed to get some parts for it. Not a lot. We're 15 of 81, so not even 25% of the way there, but that's okay. We'll keep rolling on, and eventually we'll manage to complete this and get on to our next vehicle. So until next time, take care, be safe, and I'll see you later.